What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Uh, Check out my friend, bro. I brought my friend Jake along. You see him back there? Listen, today's a pretty good day. Um, I actually woke up really early this morning to death threats from some dork on my phone saying that they were going to come kill me and wipe me out and stuff like this because of certain information I've been spreading or whatever. I got a kick out of it, dude. I was like, bro, the Illuminati or the Archons or whatever, they must be either really stupid or really bored to come messing around with somebody like me, a nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I got a kick out of that this morning, bro. It was a great way to start the day. Um, but anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the idea of like saving the world. A lot of you probably want to save the world. Like, it would be a dream come true if you woke up in the middle of some intergalactic adventure where you're this fucking supersonic hero that's here to save the galaxy and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, you are. Those movies and stuff that you see, like Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, those movies are about you. You know what I'm saying? Those things are describing your journey and stuff like this. They're just doing it in an abstract way. You know what I'm saying? Like like writing it as an action movie or whatever instead of a real life experience or something like this. Or, they're illustrating an inner journey, basically, you could say. Your inner journey, not a inner journey. But I was talking to somebody this morning. They approached me. They're like, hey, do you want to join forces under a common banner? Let's unite and fucking save the world. Let's convince the world of a new narrative together or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I work alone. Get away from me. You know what I'm saying? I work alone. Uh, but I'm like, if you come up with some kind of story, bro, that you think battles the existing narrative, right? If you find something that opposes it. So let's say you think the world's paradigm currently is like some form of Satanism or something like this. And by Satanism, I mean it in like a pure sense, like satanic pride and self-worship and things like this. So if you identify this as the problem or the main narrative of the world, and you come up with a narrative to combat that, to oppose that, and you think it's even stronger than that, right? And it's got a message of love and unity and peace and all of this, and you want to go start convincing people you need more bodies, you need more people that are going to go out and spread this same message to the four corners of the earth and convince everyone at whatever the cost, even under the penalty of death if you don't convert. You know what I mean? You're going to spread this message and then and convince the entire world that you're right. This is a huge ego problem. You know what I'm saying? This idea that you can go out and save the world. You can go out and do something, bro. You can go out and save somebody. Even just one person. If you could just bring one soul to salvation. But you can't. You can, but you can't. You can't by going out and convincing people of a story. You're just convincing them of another story. You're not saving shit. They're not doing anything. They're just believing in it. They're just exchanging one hallucination for another. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that, right? I believe that, to quote the best rapper of all time, real G's move in silence, like lasagna. How profound, how deep is that, bro? Real G's move in silence. Huh? You don't need to go out here and convince people because real G's move in silence. All of your work is going to be done in secret. All of your real work is going to be done in secret. You couldn't tell anybody even if you wanted to. Huh? You understand what I'm saying to you? All of your work is going to be done in silence, in secret, behind the scenes, in your closet with the lights off and shut the door. You understand? There's a ripple effect. You can sit right where you're at right now and save the world without ever leaving your seat. You understand? You can unify the world, but only through the unification of yourself. You have to be the change you want to see. If you want to save the world, you have to save yourself. You have to bring yourself into congruence with yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention, when you're doing your inner work, when you release some trauma, for example, you release some trauma and you find it within yourself to forgive someone else. And then you apply it to yourself and you see all of these same things in you, and you go further and you forgive yourself. And you really release this trauma. It's a euphoric feeling. For those of you who have not experienced, when you release emotional trauma, it's such a relief. It's euphoric. It puts you in a good mood. It's a positive sensation to release trauma, right? That's why people like pain so much, because it feels so good, the relief after the pain, you know? But when you release that trauma, you will see the echoes of that come out and affect your world. Your world will change as a result. The people in your life will change as a result. You can resolve some trauma that has something to do with, like your parents, right? You have some realization about one of your parents, you release some trauma. You will see the mending of this sort of relationship on the world stage. You know what I'm saying? It will take place. You could do some inner work, make an inner discovery, and see that inner discovery mirrored in the external world through like a science article or something like this. Like they discover something new, and in some strange metaphorical, allegorical way, it represents that change that you just experienced, that you underwent for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to get to? Like, all of your work is going to be invisible, but it will change and move things and affect things, just like the wind. The wind is so vitally important here for life on Earth. Without that invisible force, that wind stirring up dust and dropping it into the ocean somewhere where it feeds all these microorganisms that feed everything on the planet in turn. You know what I'm saying? Without that wind, none of this would be possible. There's an invisible effect that you have on the world. You can make it visible through realizing it. You know what I'm saying? But you're just going to waste your time going out in the world and trying to convince people. You understand what I'm saying? It'll never, ever work like that. You can't save people like that. You can mend your own soul and heal the world as you do so, okay? This earth, it is your soul. You know what I'm saying? You're in it. You are in your soul right now. And you see it. It's broken. You're aware of this. You see how people are stuck in political games and mindsets. You see all of this division that's constantly being hammered in more and more and more, right? You see that. It's showing you something. You know what I mean? This is your soul out here. So if you can fix some things in here, you will see them be fixed out here. They will align themselves, right? I know it's a strange idea, you know? The kids and the dog howling. Yeah, man, but that's what it is, bro. Even if you don't save the world, you can have an effect on the people around you. You will be much more effective through your actions, through your real change, not your words, not convincing people with your words, right? That's just manipulation. But showing someone through your actions the changes that you've experienced, this will have an effect, on the people around you, right? An invisible effect. They won't even be aware of it. They'll take credit for it for themselves, okay? They won't say, oh my gosh, so and so made all of these changes and it's affecting me. They're not going to be aware of it like that, right? It's like there's a quote from Lao Tzu, I love it. He says, a true leader, a true person of influence like this, a true ruler, when all of his work is finished, all of the people gather around and say, look, we did it all by ourselves. You see? So I hope that this made sense to somebody. But yeah, I'm about to sign off, bro. Until next time, I hope you continue to free your mind.